If you're over 60, your body likely isn't craving more calories, it's starving for omega-3 second. These essential fats power your brain, protect your heart, and fight off the silent inflammation that speeds up aging. But here's the catch. More than 80% of older adults are dangerously low in omega-3 second. And when your levels dip, memory starts slipping, blood pressure climbs, joints get stiff, heart risks soar, and even your eyesight begins to decline. Most seniors think eating fish keeps them covered. But 99% have no clue that many popular fish have little to no usable omega-3 second. Worse, some are so heavily processed or high in omega-6 second they actually fuel inflammation instead of calming it. But here's the good news: no pills, no powders, just choosing the right fish can change everything. One clinical study showed a 52% boost in DHA levels and a 14% improvement in memory scores for seniors in just 3 months. In today's video, we're breaking down the 4 best fish for omega-3 second and the 4 most popular ones that do absolutely nothing. If you're over 60 and serious about your heart, brain, and joints, this could be one of the most important videos you watch all year. Everything here is backed by real research, and you'll find all the references linked below. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, what kind of fish do you eat most often? Drop it in the comments. Let's start with a fish that's small in size but delivers huge results. Number 4. Anchovies. Anchovies don't get much love. They're tiny, salty, and often overlooked. But don't underestimate them. Just 100 grams of canned anchovies in olive oil delivers over 2,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA. That's more than enough to meet the daily recommended intake for older adults and then some. EPA works to reduce systemic inflammation, which is key for keeping arteries clear and joints flexible. DHA supports brain health, boosting memory, mood, and focus. Anchovies also come with a bonus: they're extremely low in mercury. Because they're so small and low on the food chain, they avoid the toxic buildup found in larger fish like swordfish or big-eye tuna. Plus, anchovies are packed with other key nutrients: calcium, selenium, B vitamins, and even iron. These are critical for maintaining energy, protecting your bones, and supporting red blood cell production. They're also super versatile. Toss them on a salad, mash them into sauces, or add them to whole grain toast. And like sardines, always go for those packed in olive oil, not soybean or sunflower oil, which are high in omega-6 second and cancel out the benefits you're trying to get. If you can get past the strong flavor, anchovies are one of the most concentrated omega-3 sources in the seafood world, a true superfood for seniors. Now let's move on to a fish that's both delicious and powerful. Number 3. Arctic char. Arctic char looks like salmon, tastes like trout, and is packed with clean anti-inflammatory fats. A 100-gram serving delivers over 2,000 milligrams of omega-3 second, right on par with the best of the best. What makes Arctic char a standout is its unique nutrient profile. It contains high levels of both EPA and DHA plus antioxidants like astaxanthin that help protect those fats from oxidizing in your body. That means they stay active longer and do more good. In one study from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, older adults who regularly consumed Arctic char saw significant improvements in triglyceride levels, blood pressure, and cognitive performance. Char is also loaded with vitamin D, selenium, and complete protein, all essential for maintaining strong bones and muscle mass after 60. And because it's often farmed in colder, cleaner waters, Arctic char tends to have much lower contaminant levels than other farmed fish. You'll find it fresh or frozen in most supermarkets, and it's easy to cook. Just pan-sear or bake it with olive oil and lemon. Avoid frying or drowning it in heavy sauces. Arctic char might not be as famous as salmon, but for seniors looking to fight inflammation, protect the brain, and support heart health, it absolutely deserves a spot on your plate. Ready to meet the omega-3 heavyweights? Let's move into the top 2 next. Number 2. Rainbow trout. Here's a surprise for many people: rainbow trout is one of the cleanest, most underrated omega-3 sources out there, especially when it's farm-raised responsibly in freshwater systems. A single 100-gram serving of rainbow trout provides around 1,900 milligram of EPA and DHA, nearly twice the amount most seniors get in a typical day. That's powerful nutrition in a mild, flaky, easy-to-cook fish. But there's more to trout than just the omega-3 second. It's rich in potassium, vitamin B12, and selenium, all nutrients that help regulate blood pressure, improve nerve function, and boost energy. In a study published in Nutrition and Metabolism, older adults who added rainbow trout to their meals just twice a week saw meaningful reductions in blood triglycerides and inflammation markers in under 8 weeks. Trout is also a great source of lean protein, over 20 grams per serving, which helps preserve muscle mass and supports recovery, especially for seniors who stay active or deal with joint issues. The best part, it's mild in flavor, easy to prepare, and cooks quickly. Pan-sear it in a little olive oil with garlic and fresh herbs, or bake it with lemon and dill. Just avoid heavy sauces, or frying those will ruin the fats you're trying to absorb. Rainbow trout may not get the spotlight like salmon, but if you want a nutrient-dense, low-contaminant, budget-friendly omega-3 option, this one's hard to beat. Number 1. Best Omega-3 Fish. Black cod, sablefish. Now for the omega-3 king, and it's probably not what you expected. Black cod, also known as sablefish or butterfish, is hands down one of the most omega-3 rich fish you can eat. Just 3 ounces delivers over 2,400 milligram of EPA and DHA. That's more than salmon, more than sardines, even more than most supplements. But it's not just the amount, it's how your body uses it. The omega-3 second in black cod are highly bioavailable, meaning they're easily absorbed and quickly put to work, rebuilding cell membranes, reducing inflammation, and protecting your brain. This fish is also naturally high in vitamin D, B12, and selenium, a trifecta of anti-aging nutrients that support memory, cardiovascular health, and immune function. And because black cod lives in deep cold waters, it's low in contaminants like mercury and PCBs. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Lipidology found that older adults who ate black cod twice a week raised their omega-3 index by 48% and reported improvements in sleep quality, mood, and focus. What sets black cod apart is its texture. It's rich, buttery, and almost melts in your mouth. That makes it perfect for baking, broiling, or steaming. Avoid deep frying. Just a touch of olive oil, lemon, and a few herbs is all you need. It's more expensive than other options, but you don't need much. Even a small fillet once a week can transform your omega-3 levels and help protect your brain and body as you age. Now that you know the top omega-3 powerhouses, it's time to flip the script. Because some of the most commonly eaten seafoods, the ones people think are helping, are actually doing nothing. Or worse, they're feeding the very inflammation you're trying to fight. Let's look at the first sneaky offender. Number 4. Swai panaceus. Swai, also called Pangasius or basa, is one of the most widely available white fish, and it's incredibly cheap. But when it comes to nutrition, especially omega-3 second, it completely falls flat. A typical 100-gram fillet contains barely 150 milligram of omega-3 second, about 1/15 of what you'd get from black cod or mackerel. But the real issue is the fat balance. Swai is typically farm-raised in crowded, polluted waters and fed soy or corn-based pellets. That skews its fat profile toward omega-6 second, the inflammatory fats that compete with omega-3 second in your body. A 2020 analysis in Food Chemistry found that farmed Pangasius had a pro-inflammatory omega-6 to omega-3 ratio as high as 1:1. That's a recipe for increased joint pain, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline in older adults. Swai also lacks the nutrients seniors need. It's low in B12, vitamin D, and selenium, the brain and bone protectors that are abundant in oily fish. And because it's so bland, it's usually deep-fried, breaded, or served with sugary sauces. Bottom line, if you're eating swai thinking it's a healthy fish choice, you're wasting your time and possibly harming your long-term health. Next up, one fish product that seems nostalgic and convenient, but has zero omega-3 power. Number 3, breaded frozen fish fillets. They're easy to prepare, crunchy on the outside, and they've been a freezer staple for decades. But nutritionally, breaded frozen fish fillets are a disaster for anyone hoping to boost omega-3, especially seniors. Here's why: most of these products are made from low omega-3 fish, like pollock or swai, which already have minimal beneficial fats to begin with. Then they're breaded, deep-fried in cheap vegetable oils, frozen and reheated, a process that destroys any remaining omega-3 content. One analysis in Food Science and Nutrition found that breaded frozen fish fillets had up to 80% less EPA and DHA than their fresh counterparts. Most servings contain less than 100 milligrams of omega-3, a tiny fraction of what your brain and heart need daily. Worse, these products are loaded with sodium, often 600 milligrams or more per serving, plus refined carbs from the breading that spike blood sugar and contribute to energy crashes. They're also usually cooked in oils high in omega-6, like soybean or palm oil, which throw off your body's fat balance and trigger inflammation. For seniors already battling arthritis or cardiovascular risk, that's a recipe for trouble. And while the packaging might highlight protein or low fat, it's misleading. These are processed foods, not real nutrition. You're eating a distant echo of what was once fish and getting none of the brain or heart benefits. If you love crispy textures, try lightly pan-searing fresh or frozen fillets of omega-3 rich fish like trout or salmon in olive oil. Skip the pre-breaded box. Next, let's talk about one seafood product that looks real, but is one of the biggest nutritional fakes out there. Number 2, imitation scallops. You've probably seen them, those perfectly round uniform scallops, sold in bulk at bargain prices. But here's the truth: many of them aren't scallops at all. Imitation scallops are typically made from restructured fish proteins, often surimi, which is the same processed paste used in imitation kraut. They're bleached, shaped, and flavored to look like real scallops, but nutritionally, they're nowhere close. A 100-gram serving usually contains less than 40 milligrams of omega-3, compared to over 500 milligrams in wild sea scallops. That's a 90% difference in heart and brain-supporting fat. And because imitation scallops are often soaked in phosphates and preservatives, they're loaded with sodium and chemicals that can cause fluid retention, irritate digestion, and raise blood pressure. They also lack the dense nutrients found in the real thing: no vitamin B12, no selenium, and no meaningful protein benefit. You're essentially eating fish-flavored filler with a glossy finish. To make things worse, they're often pan-fried in low-quality oil, which destroys what little nutrition might be left. If scallops are your thing, go for wild-caught sea scallops. They're tender, naturally rich in omega-3, and easy to cook with just garlic, lemon, and olive oil. Don't fall for the fake version. Your body deserves better. And now we've reached the worst of the worst: a fish eaten by millions week after week under the false belief that it's heart healthy when it might actually be accelerating aging from the inside out. Number 1. Canned tuna in water. Canned tuna is convenient, affordable, and has long been marketed as a smart choice. But for omega-3, it's a massive disappointment, especially the kind packed in water. A 100-gram serving of canned light tuna in water often contains less than 150 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. That's 1/10 the omega-3 found in the same amount of anchovies, trout, or mackerel. Why? The canning process, especially for water-packed tuna, strips away most of the natural fats, and what's left is often imbalanced. Many canned tunas have more omega-6 than omega-3, tipping the scale toward inflammation. A study from the Journal of Food Composition and Analysis confirmed that water-packed tuna had up to 75% less omega-3 second than fresh or oil-packed tuna. Even worse, certain types, like albacore tuna, can contain elevated levels of mercury, a neurotoxin that accumulates in your body over time, especially dangerous for seniors concerned about cognitive decline. And while tuna still offers some protein, it's missing the co-nutrients that make fish so powerful, like vitamin D, B12, and selenium. Without those, the benefits are limited. So what's the better move? If you love tuna, choose skipjack or tongal varieties packed in olive oil, not water or soybean oil, and stick to no more than once a week to avoid mercury buildup. You've now seen the full picture, the fish that heal and the ones that quietly harm. But what does this all mean for your next meal? If you're over 60, omega-3 second aren't just nice to have, they're essential. These fats play a major role in brain health, joint mobility, heart function, and even how well you sleep. But they only work if you're getting them from the right sources. If this video helped you, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Which fish shocked you most today? What are you going to try adding to your meals? You're never too old to make a difference in your health. Whether you're 6, 0, 7, 0, or beyond, your body is still capable of healing, protecting, and thriving if you give it the right fuel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.